Today's April 10th. Today's quote is entitled, "Face Yourself." It has been said that magnificent is the soul that does not shrink when faced with its own reflection. It takes strength and courage to be real about who we are and where we are at, but to be real is to be humble. I like this definition. Humility is reality. Humility is just, we look at ourselves and how we really are and just acknowledge that. That's what it means to be humble. Don't pretend you're better. Don't pretend you're worse. That's also not being humble. Some of us pretend we're worse. Oh, I'm so bad, this or that. No, you're not so bad. You're okay. You're not worse than anybody. No, I'm worse, I'm low. So that's also not being humble if it's not genuinely coming from spiritual realization. Is artificial. So reality means to be real about who I am, not better, not worse. This quote is, I forget who said it. It might have been Michelangelo. When you see yourself, who you really are, and you don't run away from it, you don't shrink, oh my God, and try to protect yourself from who you are, and said, that's your strength, that's your magnificence, that you're dealing with who you are and all your impurity, and you're ready to face it. You're ready to work on it. That's fantastic. And I'm not saying that's easy to acknowledge it, but it's a mentality, an openness, a willingness to say, okay, let's look at what we need to do to improve. Even if it means admitting that I have so many faults, let's be willing to work on it. That's what humility means, I think one huge trap is that as we progress in devotional service, people look at us and they think, well, you're an advanced devotee, you're not supposed to have any faults. And we're very reticent to display faults in public because we think people will be let down or people expect that we won't have faults. But there's another side of that. The other side I think we should see is that if someone is open about their own faults, that is a symptom that they're advanced. So we shouldn't feel like, well, what if I expose my faults and shortcomings, which are obvious to many, especially if they're obvious to many, and we don't admit them, it doesn't look good. When we admit them, people actually appreciate that. Even though you made a mistake, sometimes you may make a serious mistake, but the fact that you not live up to it, you acknowledge it, you don't try to hide it, is so powerful that for many people, that just wipes out any bad feeling or bad opinion they had about you because you were so humble and willing to acknowledge what you did wrong. So that's actually how we should be. It's okay if you're a leader, if you're advanced. It's okay. Maybe in the material world, they like to hide it, look good, inspire people, you're faultless. But for a Vaishnava, that's not the mood. A Vaishnava is not hiding anything. He is who he is. And we all have so many faults. The ability to acknowledge that fault, great, fantastic quality. It's a sign of a very advanced devotee.